Hey guys, great to see you out here. I had to do this. I had to tell you about the Echelon Sport, and this is an honest review. I'm not getting any compensation from Echelon. You know, one of the problems right now is working out. Most of the gyms are closed, and moving into winter, exercising outdoors can be a little bit more difficult. Yet I'm still able to eat every day and add more and more pounds to my frame. So it started becoming a concern to figure out how to get a workout in. And you know what's left? Indoor equipment. And let me tell you, I am not a fan of indoor equipment. Every time I get on that equipment, I can't relax, and I find I'm always watching the clock. And let me tell you, time gets really slow when you're watching it. I just happened to read an article on the Echelon bikes that talked about their technology and costs versus the Pelotons, and that piqued my interest. Then I stumbled across a review by Tail Happy TV on this Echelon Sport. And thank you, Tail Happy TV. Between these two things and some client input, I decided to take the plunge. Okay, what makes this Echelon Sport so attractive is its $500 price point. And that price point came with a 6-month subscription to their classes if you purchase it before December 31st, 2020. Now, it's only available through Walmart, and it may come back on Amazon at some time. Now, this is a big difference in cost from those high-end Pelotons at $2,300. But the article I read had suggested these bikes were comparable to the Pelotons. They say the big way they made this price point is by not offering a screen. So I've only had this bike a couple of weeks, but let me tell you, I'm not too fond of biking, and I love this bike. If this is your first foray into the on-demand home fitness equipment, don't worry, I got you covered. You're going to learn about all the gotchas before you start, and you're going to learn about what makes this particular bike super cool. Let me share with you what I'm going to cover, and this is going to be the pros and cons along with everything you need to know to make this bike work. And because there's a lot, I put these sections into chapters, and you can go to the video description below, click on the chapter you're looking for, and YouTube's going to take you right there. So here is what I'm going to cover. First, assembly. Second, subscriptions, the type of subscription, how it compares to the Pelotons, the subscription pros and cons, and how to use your bike without a subscription. Third, I'm going to cover how you access your trial subscription, because this was the most challenging part of the bike. Fourth, the features on this bike and how it works, including how you turn it on, the technology, and how you can tie this bike into your technology ecosystem. And that was the coolest part of the bike and what sold me on this model. And fifth, I'm going to talk about accessories. So let's get started. You do have to assemble the bike. So if you've ever done an IKEA product, you got it. It looks like that. It needs the same level of attention, but the pieces are easier to identify. Even so, it still took my husband a couple of hours, and the assembly was a little complicated, but it wasn't bad. The most complicated was signing up for the free 6-month trial. So Echelon has a separate website for everything. They have a website for their bikes, a different website for their clothing sales, a separate website for signing up for the membership. I actually had a chat with customer service to figure out how to access the subscription. Okay, so here's the skinny. You have 2 different sites that you're going to have to go to get your subscription started. So first, go to member.echelonfit.com and create your account. Now, this is going to be your member account, and you're going to use this account to manage all your subscriptions. So you're going to need to remember this account. After you enter your details and create your username and password, you need to do one more thing in your member account, and that is to sign up for a subscription. So under plan details, you'll click on the subscription link. I had 3 plan options, and when you select one, it will show that it starts after your 6-month trial ends. Now, you can cancel at any time. The 6-month trial is only a small selection of the on-demand classes. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown on the subscriptions because I didn't understand them. And when you look at the subscriptions, the least expensive was about $20 a month. This comes out to $240 a year. That subscription gives you access to the on-demand classes. Now, this subscription is going to be a little bit different from Peloton's because the Peloton bike, the on-demand classes are free, and you can do those without a subscription. So besides this $20 a month, which gives you access to on-demand classes, they have a yearly subscription for $399, and that gives you access to everything. And it gives you access to FitPass, to the live classes, on-demand pre-recorded classes, and the treadmill. So what is a FitPass? Well, the FitPass classes are used with the Reflect product, and they're going to be classes like yoga, meditation, strength training, Pilates, boxing, and flexibility. Now, after you sign up, this option does not show up in your plan details. But if you go back to the website, echelonfit.com, select App Experience, then App Subscriptions, you'll find it there. Now, if you do this plan as a monthly plan, it's $40 a month or $480 a year. The cost of the monthly everything plan, the same as Peloton. Now, on any of these memberships, you can connect up to 5 different users. With the on-demand bike classes, I found that I could play them without being connected to the bike. And this is important, and let me tell you why. I only want to do one membership. But if I want additional indoor equipment, I might not stay with this brand. If I can use the classes without being connected, I can use this membership with any brand. So I liked that option. What about using this bike without a subscription, right? Well, you can do that. In the Echelon app that you downloaded to your tablet or phone, you would go to the More section and select Freestyle. And it truly is freestyle. There's no pre-recorded programs. You just pedal and go. And you can see your stats while you're pedaling. Okay, quick recap. Here are the pros and cons of the subscriptions that we just went over. The Echelon app you download to your phone or tablet is the second step in accessing your free subscription. So let me tell you about that. So now you have your membership set up. You go to your tablet or phone and you download the Echelon app. You log in with the same username and password that you use for your membership account. You're going to connect your bike in this app, and I'm going to go over that in a minute. But first, let me show you. This bike is super sporty, and I mean it has great lines. It's really hard to take a bad picture of this bike. You're going to want to adjust the bike for you. Both the seat and the handlebars have 2 ways to adjust them, both in height and distance. So here's the adjustment knob for height of the handlebars. You have to unscrew the knob and pull it out. Then adjust the height you want and screw the knob back in. Then this screw allows you to move the handlebars closer or farther away from the seat. Same for the seat. This knob adjusts the height. This one allows you to move the seat closer or farther away from the handlebars. Now, these handlebars are a comfortable handlebar. They're textured, they're a little wide, so they're easy to grip, and they have a great location for your tablet or phone. The other thing is the bike feels really solid and well made. It has these 2 wheels on front to allow you to move it around. Now, it's not that it's a heavy bike, but the wheels are a great touch, and you also have a place for a water bottle. So I was all set up, and then it was figuring out how to turn it on. So the power connector is in the back of the bike. It's just a little cord with a 6-foot length. Maybe get a power surge protector for the plug-in. You're plugged in, so how do you turn it on? Pedal. And that's what turns it on, and you get this blinking blue light. So now you're plugged in and turned on, and you want to see what this subscription thing is all about. With the bike turned on, open up the Echelon Sport app that you downloaded to your phone or tablet, and it's going to step you right through connecting. And here is where the bike really started to win me over. it connected without a hitch. I mean, when does that happen? I didn't have to do any troubleshooting, and that was amazing to me. Now, this bike is inexpensive because it doesn't have a screen. I ended up casting my phone to the TV and was able to watch the subscription on the TV. And if I had my earbuds, only I could hear it. Oh my gosh, this is when I fell in love with a bike. The classes were fun and the instructors are great. Okay, a couple more things. The pedaling is real solid and smooth. It doesn't have that hollow feel that I get with bikes in the gym. And this is the knob you use to change the level of tension when you're pedaling. Turn to the right and it increases the tension. To the left, decreases the tension. It's about one turn to a level, and there's 32 levels, and the turns are really easy. Push down to do a quick stop. The bike is quiet, so if you're plugged in with earbuds, you're not going to be bothering anybody. And this bike has a small footprint. It's only about 32 inches long, 2 feet wide. So if you're in an apartment, this is going to work. It fits into a corner nicely. And guess where I put it? I put it in the living room, which is the other thing I really liked about this bike. The small footprint and how quiet it is allows me to have it in the living room and be around people in the house when I'm working out. The last thing is the accessories, and there's not a lot in accessories. There's only a couple things that I found interesting. The first one, Echelon doesn't offer. I ordered a saddlebag for the back seat because for all you road and mountain bikers out there, this bike comes with its own tool set. And I wanted to make sure I stored the tool set with the bike because if I didn't do that, the tools would be lost forever. So I ordered a small bag because I didn't want to ruin the lines of the bike. The seat isn't bad. It's like a mountain bike seat, and I imagine when Echelon has them back in stock, I'll order the Beach Cruiser seat. I decided I would like the heart monitor, and if you're using one of the watches that hook up to your phone, you already have the heart monitor. Oh, and the app you downloaded can also hook up to your Fitbit or your Strava. So any of those options, and you don't need a heart monitor. But if you want one, Echelon has 2 types of heart monitors, one that goes around your arm, the other goes around the chest. I would like the armband, and I'll store it in the saddlebag when it's not in use. I did order weights, and you can see Echelon has a set of 2-pound weights for $20. I bought some neoprene 2-pound weights for $4. So if branding is not a deal breaker, it's quicker and cheaper without the brand. I did want to get the weight rack for the bike to hold my 2-pound weights. Right now, this option only appears to be available with the purchase of the higher end Echelon bikes. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with the weights. Do you guys have any ideas? So those were the accessories that interested me, and Echelon doesn't have much more than that. So let's review what we went over. I think there's a lot of pros to this bike. The biggest pro is it's affordable. The second pro is it appears that Echelon membership can be used without being connected to the equipment, so you can participate with non-brand equipment. On all the subscriptions, you can connect 5 separate users. The instructors are fun. The connecting technology worked. The bike is quiet. The pedaling experience is surprisingly comfortable and smooth, especially at this price point. The size makes it usable even in an apartment, and you can tie this bike into your existing technology ecosystem. And Echelon specifically calls out Samsung, Fitbit, and Strava technology. The only thing I don't know is how durable the bike really is. And let's be real, I'm a small person and really out of shape. I'm not even beginning to put a dent into the capacity of this bike. So I expect this bike to last forever. I don't know how the bike handles a big person pedaling an hour a day with a tension in the mid-20s. In the end, I love the spikes. I am so glad I spent the money on this. I can stay safe, work out in the house, and the classes give me a lot of flexibility to keep this from being boring. Okay, guys, that's the show for this week. Until next time, I'll catch you on the other side.